If you're in the market and you're looking for a pocket camera and you're seeing that the Luna's out and the Pocket 4 just came out recently and then the Pocket 4P is on its way out, this video is for you. I kind of just want to run you through some things that I found about the Luna and what made me want to pick the Pocket 4P. So I currently shooting right now on the Pocket 4. This one was released not too long ago, and I've noticed a couple things on here that people are not mentioning compared to the Luna. First thing that I want to mention is 100 gigs. So you get 100 gigs of data. You get 100 gigs of storage inside of this one compared to the 50 gigs of storage on the Luna. That is big. That's double the storage. It's not just a couple, that's actually double the storage. So 100 gigs, nobody's mentioning, is between that and the Luna, which is 50. Like that alone is the difference between buying an SD card and not buying an SD card. So I haven't bought an SD card and I'm using the Pocket 4 right now. Custom button presets. So the Luna has 2 buttons in the front, but from what the reviews I've watched, they can't really be customized too much. They don't have really too many customizations for them. The Pocket 4 has a whole bunch of different customizations. You got 1 button press, 2 button press, 3 button press. And you got different things that you can pick through it. You can even set presets. I've picked 2 different presets, one for 4K 60 and one for 4K 24 with like all manual settings. So if I ever need to switch over to one of those, I can switch over quick. Nobody's mentioning how the custom buttons work. That's a big thing, especially if you're coming from like video or production background where you know you have your camera set to like 4K 60 and then 4K 24. So that one is a big one. But another thing that I noticed is this is for the Pocket 4P. So I'm thinking about getting the Pocket 4P when it comes out because I like this camera so much. This D-Log is phenomenal. It grades really good. It looks really good. One of the biggest things that I hated about the Pocket 3, which I got right here, which I'm returning right now. I have bought this used and I'm returning it now because I ended up finding a good deal on the Pocket 4. I'm returning it at Best Buy. One of the things that I noticed on the Pocket 4P right now that nobody's talking about is the way that when it turns off, the actual lenses point up. So towards like up, not towards the camera where you can't actually like see them. Why is that a big point? Because the filters, the wide lens, the ND filters, when you were combining them, when you were putting them on the Pocket 3, the lens would kind of like try to fold in and it would hit. So you would have to take the wide lens off. What this means to me is that any filters that come out for this camera is gonna be able to turn off and stay on because it's gonna point up. So you're gonna be able to have filters on it and it still be able to close and not have like that jumpy cycle thing that it used to do when it was on the Pocket 3 because it was trying to close in. So that one to me is a big. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but yeah, I think the filters are gonna sit up and you're not gonna have to worry about that whole issue with the filters sliding in. Another thing is the white balance. The white balance has little tint settings that you can go -5 up and down, and you can adjust the white balance and tune it. That's big. The Luna doesn't have that. I've seen a couple reviews of people going through the Luna settings and like the white balance is like jumps. I think it's between like 500 to 200s. The Pocket 4, it's in the hundreds, man. It's just like using a mirrorless camera. And then probably the biggest thing that would make me not want to buy the Luna at all is the fact that you don't have a LUT preview when you're shooting in log. You don't have the LUT preview when you're shooting in log. Like, I don't know anybody right now that has a camera that is comfortable shooting in log the whole day, watching on the screen be washed out and knowing if you're good overexposed or not because you think. And the thing about that is that when I was shooting with like the A6600 and the A6400 back in the day, when you shot in log, your eyes got like used to it, so you would think that you was exposing right, and then you would come back home and you'd be like, oh shit, I underexpose this. So the fact that all the new cameras and everything have LUT support now, and the fact that this does, it makes it much easier to shoot. And honestly, that's my main reason for not trying out the Luna at all. Like, I don't even want to try it at all. I like the little remote that detaches from the screen, I mean from the body, but the LUT thing, that's a no-go for me. Like, if I'm gonna shoot in log and I can't see a display or like some kind of like how the image is gonna look, nah, that's a pass for me. So these are just some things to take in mind if you're trying to pick between the Luna and the DJI Pocket 4 or the Pocket 4P when it comes out. These are some things I notice as like a videographer, freelancer that shoots, content every day on his camera, and why this camera stands out and why this one is kind of like a no-brainer for anybody in that industry that's looking for LUT support, white balance, dialed in, quick menu settings and presets, like being able to set preset 4K 60, 4K 24 with a push of a button, and honestly more memory, so you don't have to worry about bringing a memory card. So yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm here at Best Buy. So this is just a little rant. I wanted to talk about how the Pocket 4 may be a better choice than the Luna. Peace.